Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Welcome back to MTVTA. I'm your guys' host, Trent Manager. For all my returning patrons, welcome back. All my new patrons and new viewers, of course, welcome. Really glad to have you guys here. Guys, definitely want to hop on here this Monday real quick and kind of give you guys a nice, short video, kind of just to introduce some ideas and some other, things that we kind of rehearsed a couple weeks ago. I know we had our DeFi full guide protocol, just going over everything about decentralized finance was, how you can do it yourself, how it's, going to disrupt our traditional system, and so on, which is phenomenal. But really, how about in today's video, I got some more questions, kind of just some other methods in terms of, what you can do to set yourself up for, crypto downturns such as this. I know we got a lot of newer viewers as well, and I know this would be super helpful for those who are, newer getting into the space. This is a great time to be here, by the way, and also just for those who have been here a little bit and who are looking for some better passive income tools, and just overall kind of just set yourself up, have that hedge, no matter what's going on in the market, you can, still make money. So I'm just going to kind of go over a couple ideas. So kind of just off our agenda, we got staking, lending, liquidity farms, shorting and trading. We'll go over that briefly, stock diversification, and also we're talking about some tax harvesting. Nothing too crazy. I know if you don't understand some of those vocab words, that's completely fine. We'll be going through all those one by one. No worries, but definitely some housekeeping, guys, for all my patrons. Make sure you guys are staying updated in the Patreon. Sorry, I'm not even logged in right now. But I do have some two new posts that came out this morning. Also, just for information based, it's just nice to check the Patreon. I say like every other day. We're still working on getting another system that's just going to work better, for us. I'm just getting the Discord in order and really trying to make that as fluent as possible for you guys. And we are getting up there in the Patreon numbers, so we do have one more patron until we are 3 times a week, so that's pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'm glad that this information is helping you a ton. Awesome, cool. Think of any other housekeeping? I think we are totally okay. Let's get right into it, guys. So some quick news, just what's today before we hop in tomorrow. We will be having our Tuesday live stream tomorrow, no problem. But really, one is what we are gearing up, guys. We're gearing up for our digital dollar. We know the digital yuan was already being tested. We know El Salvador is doing some free BTC drops to their customers, but there was some little bit of chitter chatter about our digital dollar really coming around the corner, and they're working hard. Crazy how this is coming before an ETF, but I guess this must be more important. But we'll cover this a little bit more tomorrow. Definitely wanted to get this out here. They are working pretty hard behind the scenes. They just don't like to give us a lot of updates. I don't think a lot with, just what's going on. We never know what these guys are doing. But, hey, we're on the right track. We got a lot of great news. And, I think we covered last week ETF for South America, Brazil, or I think overall South America's first Bitcoin ETF or cryptocurrency ETF. Canada has eight of them. So, 4 Ethereum and 4 Bitcoin ETFs, which is absolutely bonkers. But, alrighty, guys. Other than that, we're totally good to go. Let's hop right back into the video. So first, guys, we're kind of going to go over staking, once again. So what is staking? For those who kind of get staking and lending confused, so staking is, you choose a product such as, Litecoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, any sort of those products that allows you to stake, and you are providing liquidity for that project. So you support Chainlink, you like Chainlink, you lock up 20 Chainlink, at an APY of 5%, and then you are paid back out in Chainlink. So it is just your support for the project, and depending what project you're looking at, the APYs may vary, but overall it's a great way to accumulate your favorite project, and also during the market downturn still get paid out for that. So for example, let's pull into here. So this is Atomic Wallet. I use this quite oftenly for those who want to use this as well. A great wallet. I've been using this for quite a bit now. So I do stake Cardano. I do stake a little bit of Cosmos. So just depending on what project you do want to stake on, Cardano is 5% a year APY. Average percentage rate per year. Cosmos is about 10. So it does vary, and of course you got to do your research on which projects that you believe in and you think that will do well long term, or whatever you think is appropriate for yourself. But a lot of these projects who stake, that some have been here a while, some have not. But just doing your due diligence and figuring out what project is going to work best for you, what you believe in, what real world problems is it solving, and that definitely works and goes a long way. You sleep a lot better at night when you understand what your project solves and what it can do in the long term. So this is really what it looks like here. So you can obviously, of course, you pick your project, any staking amount that you pool. You can I already got my stuff staked here, but you can choose your pool. I can't really do too much right now, just for the fact that I'm already staking all in these rewards, but overall, it's a very simple, fluid experience. I know you guys know how to use wallets and MetaMask. We went over that in our DeFi protocol. For those who do not know where that is, we can just do a quick search here. DeFi full introduction guide. We go over everything, kind of what we're talking about now. Some hit or miss topics, but awesome, guys. So this is staking is number one. I do enjoy staking. It lets you accumulate your favorite project even in market downturns. The APYs do not change. Of course, the only con I'd say to this is that quality projects, of course, are very, very important, because if that project's not here in 2 years and they can't pay you out in those staking rewards. So, but otherwise, it's a great way to accumulate your favorite project and continue to get benefit and in these bear trends, in these red days. Awesome, guys. Wrapping up staking, we're also going to go to lending, which I think is super great as well. BlockFi is mainly for this. Of course, not only just BlockFi. Back in the DeFi video, we cover more of Curve and more of Aave as well. So these three just right here: Curve, Aave, and BlockFi. Curve and Aave got a bit of liquidity pool action in there, but of course they do a bit of a lending action as well. So just to reiterate, definitely what we talked about in that DeFi video just lightly before you go in there, so you're not completely blindsided. Lending is the same way. Kind of think about it like this: just like a bank lends you a loan, then you pay back that APY per month or per year, whatever it may be, whether you got a house, a car, so on. It doesn't really matter too much. But how this applies in here, I'm going to go through BlockFi's site just a little bit. So BlockFi's got a really a great system they got here. So it's BlockFi treats it as like a checkings account, savings account, and an investment account, which I think is really awesome. I've been using BlockFi for quite a while now, and it's really one of the best, most secure ways that you're going to earn interest on your extra crypto. So there's tons of options here. We got Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin sits about 5% APY. Ether is about 4%. Litecoin's got in there about 4% as well. USDT, some stable coins as well, and so on. I've also had some questions just in the sense of what's my favorite stable coin. I like USDC. USDT, I'm not a big fan. We don't cover USDT news on here too much, but Tethers kind of have their own FUD and issues going on, and there's just some things I don't enjoy particularly about Tether that I've heard. That's just my personal opinion. It just doesn't really match up with the numbers. There's a lot of things that just don't really add up to me. But, of course, that's just me. But anyway, moving on to, back to our projects, you can see here, earn up to 8.6 APY. 8.6 APY usually applies to these stable coins. So that would be USDC, USDT, GUSD, Gemini stablecoin, and so on. I don't know if PAX is definitely not on there. But of course, it's great. You can stake any of these coins, earn a fluctuation of APYs, and, you're getting paid while you sleep. So, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. So if we move over into our company questions, if we go to, let's go to resources, FQ&A. They got all these questions, account details, how long it's going to be verified, security, tax implications. They're awesome, guys. I've been using these guys for quite a while. I'll drop a referral link in the bottom if you guys want to sign up. I think you get free 125 PTC when you deposit $100 the first 30 days or something. Of course, don't feel pressured to use it, but I've been using BlockFi for quite a bit, and they've passed multiple stress tests in terms of how secure they are, and if what's the dealio with when things go down, am I able to withdraw on time? It's the March crash around 2020 was the real stress test. When people were flocking to pull out their funds at BlockFi because we had our Black Tuesday for the March crash. That really was a stress test for them to see if they can handle the volume that they proceeded to say that they could handle, and they did. I can truly say that from a backing standpoint. They're not paying me to say this or anything at all either. So I just personally think this is a great way. An easier way. You don't have to go through the loops and holes of Curve and Aave. We covered this more in our DeFi tutorial. I might say that a lot because that DeFi tutorial was 45 minutes. But yeah, it's definitely a simpler way that you can just get the same exact APY, if not better, just at a safer, a more convenient rate. Only problem is, of course, BlockFi is centralized, so you will be subject to, of course, people knowing your business, knowing how much you're putting in there, how much you're pulling out, and so on. So that's one thing to account for. It is not a decentralized protocol or liquidity pool, so it is very, very centralized. Actually, 100% centralized. There's no decentralization really going on there. So, and also moving over to Curve and Aave, just kind of covering lightly, guys. We covered this in our video a couple weeks ago. So for those who want to go back and really do a DeFi jump, you can. Any questions, concerned, please comment and like and subscribe. Okay, well, you don't have to subscribe, but of course, like and comment. I could definitely help you in the comment section or just shoot me a message. It's not as bad as it looks. If it's your first time viewing this, it may look pretty crazy, but you can just see, guys, just off our liquidity pool dashboard. It's pretty good. I enjoy Curve. I don't use Curve as in terms of Atomic Wallet and BlockFi and Ledger lending as well. There are so many different options, guys. It doesn't really limit you, and there are some that are better than others, but it's just something that you got to really test out for yourself and see what's going to work best for you, because your goals are not my goals and my goals are not your goals. So absolutely, that's just a quick reminder and something to definitely remember. So awesome. Moving on from lending, glad you guys got that. Liquidity pools also can be kind of bumped off the Aave and Curve finance. So we talked about that also on the DeFi protocol. So liquidity pools, the cool thing is that usually, for those who provide liquidity, you are rewarded through the sense of your liquidity pool growing. So, just for example, this was from the video. You take 50% USDC pool, 50% Ethereum pool. You have those together. So you have 50-50. So let's say you provide 50 Ethereum, or you provide 50 USDC, and the pool grows 2x or 3x. So now you go from 50 USDC and 50 ETH to 150 a piece. So you both have 150. Therefore, you would be the main liquidity provider. So therefore, you would start getting higher passive reward income from people staking in that pool that you were particularly in. So it's nice front running pools. If you can have a reliable pool such as 4%, 6%, even 8%, that's pretty relative to me, and that's okay with me. It's just when you start getting into those like 20% and those like 50%, like gosh, I've seen like 3,000% APY, like stuff just definitely starts to get really dicey in that sense. That's where you kind of just got to look out for. Definitely when going to the liquidity pool route. If it looks too good to be true, that's what I like to say. It probably is too good to be true. So that is definitely something I like to put out there and just kind of give people the alarm. That the higher APY doesn't always mean better. Just like we don't talk about dividend stocks too much on here, but I still have my dividend portfolio. People make fun of me for my boomer stocks, but it's okay. I do enjoy the passive income that dividend stocks do bring you. So just a quick reminder for both Aave and Curve, great tools. Just feel them out. Do tests with small liquidities and see which pool is gonna work with you the best. But there are plenty of ways that you can make passive income in this downturn. These red days, of course, guys. If you've been here a while, you know that these red days don't scare us, and we know exactly what to do. When times like this arise. So awesome, guys. Cool. I'll cover liquidity farm. Also, we're gonna go over shorting and trading. I don't do this often. I really don't. I do sometimes, of course. If you are experienced, this is for my experienced people only. If this is something you want to do, I use Ledger X for my Bitcoin trades and all my Ethereum trades. When I do trade, it's so rare to the point, guys. Like I was like not even gonna bring this up, but I had some questions about it. Like just people asking, oh, do you trade or do you do this? Do you long? Do you short? And I do sometimes. I haven't put in a trade in, oh my gosh, like literally months. Like I just don't think shorting the best performing asset in the world is a good idea. And in terms of longing either, you can long, but man, like you just be careful when it comes to this type of stuff. I've seen some horrific horror stories, and you guys know that, like, I think the statistic is like 95% of day traders lose money or they fail in their day trading in the first 90 days or something. Like you start with a 50K account or something, you're gonna blow it up in like 90 days. That's like the statistic or something. But I don't do it often, but Ledger X is something I can recommend for trading platform. It's well. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this looks absolutely crazy to you, don't even worry about it. You just skip this section. Don't even come in here. But going down, guys, for those who want to kind of stick around and kind of learn about it for a sec, we have our expiration date, so they do go by intervals of 6 months, or actually, September, August, January. Every couple months. So. You choose your expiration date. It gives you, your bid, and it gives you the probability of that hitting. So just for example, let's see, we're in July time. So let's say we want to go to August. So we do a nice long for August. So you think, depending on your your covered call. Oh, whoops, so sorry. Depending if you want a covered call or a protected put. So covered call, you are predicting that the price is going to go up by this exact date. So you think that Bitcoin will be worth 60K by August 27th, and depending how in the money you are, that would of course be your XY dividend profit. I don't have too much. I don't do this often, guys. That's why I don't really have a guide on it also. But if that's something you guys really want, I have friends and people who can really explain this a lot better than I. But this is more for idea purposes. If this is something you want to do, you got extra Bitcoin laying around, or you want to long and takes some more extra risk on the table, nothing wrong with that. I just definitely advise caution when it comes to trading. That is just simply it for me when it comes to the trading realm. So awesome, guys, got that quickly out of the way. And also, guys, let's go over to some stock diversification. There's nothing wrong with and this is the one thing I found too, is that some people only invest in crypto, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, dude, like you wake up Monday morning like this morning, like, dude, stocks are awesome, like they're boring sometimes, they're like, only like 1% or 3%, like, man, that sucks. man, I want 100 times, I want 100x in a week, and we get spoiled over the crypto space. I get it, but I still have my dividend stock portfolio. I still have my Roth IRA and my solid, investment accounts that are made up of good quality stocks. Absolutely, you got to be diversified. So when we have red days like this and down turbulent days, you can go back and maybe do a little bit more stock work and try to lower down some average costs on your portfolio or something along those on those routes. I'm a big believer in diversification. It never hurt anybody. I think Warren Buffett says diversification is for people who don't understand what they're investing in. I don't really think that's true. He said something like that. That may not be exactly on par, but he said something close to that. But being diversified is nothing wrong. So this is trackyourdividends.com. By the way, this is also a free site, by the way. So for those who want to come over to Track Your Dividend, it's completely free. I pay like a $5 a month premium for some extra features such as like research analysis, watch list, glossary, future value. I'll bring a video to this also if that's something you guys want. We can do a Track Your Dividends kind of just breakdown. It's a great portfolio tracker. You can put anything in here. I don't think you can put big cryptos in here just yet, but anything stock related, it gets you, your separated portfolio. It gives you your change and yield here, which is awesome. I'm just on the ideal list. So it gives you ideas for dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, high dividend yield and low volatility, S&P 500 picks. For those who don't know what dividend aristocrats and dividend kings are, dividend kings, I believe, are stocks that have increased their dividend for the past 50 years. And then dividend aristocrats are 25, if I remember correctly. And then high dividend yield, low volatility. You're getting, good returns on either your investment, but you're also, safe on your dividend payout side, just like we haven't talked about it too much on the stock market side, but higher dividend, just like higher APY, doesn't always mean a good project or a good stock. Like usually they call it a dividend trap, is that people or companies will hire the dividend yield to invest in, to attract investors, and then get them sucked in for a couple months of their high dividend yield, and then they'll end up cutting that dividend yield. And mostly companies can cut dividend yields at any time, so that's definitely something we can touch on further if that's something you guys would like. Definitely I'm good about responding to you guys, and you guys are really good about letting me know what you guys want to see and hear. So I will definitely rely on you guys for if this is something you want to just take a second to learn, or I came from dividend stocks, by the way. I didn't come straight into crypto. I started in stocks, and then I was like, oh wow, like this crypto stuff's pretty cool too, but I'm just more of a big hitter for crypto. I'm still love my stocks, love them all. That's exactly what started it all. So that's something I definitely try not to forget, that got me into this whole thing. And honestly, guys, the last one we were going to cover, I had to put this out here just because it was part of everything and tied everything together, is tax harvesting. So if for the rare event that you are over leveraged and you may need that money, and you might have to sell at a loss, and that's happened to all of us. I've been here a while. I bought the top of 2017. I bought it like 16,000, and I sold a loss a couple years ago for like, I don't remember the amount, but it was an okay amount. It's like, oof, that hurt. But, it happens to the best of us, and, you live and you learn. But as long as you live and you learn the lessons, you can move forward and become stronger. But definitely consult your tax expert and the person, doing your taxes mainly, to see what kind of end of the year tax breaks that you can get for either losing for cashing out a loss on crypto or stocks or whatever. Make sure that that tax guy or girl is in the loop, just so they're not caught by surprise. I know that tax laws and crypto are still getting figured out. They've had them on paper for a while, but there's a lot of questions and answers that these guys didn't have exactly for us, in terms of, hey, what happens with my passive income on my atomic wallet if I don't cash out into profit, if I just keep those in that asset. And this is a big one, the crypto-backed loans for collateral. I've done this, in terms of getting a tax break. You take your already existing cryptocurrency, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you loan against that. So you take out a loan for $10, $20, $30,000. You put your crypto assets up as collateral, and then therefore you pay off the loan with your crypto assets, and it's a kind of a whole full 360 cycle, because it's not a taxable event if you don't sell, until you cash out into fiat currency, or you move that into a another hard currency. That is not a taxable event. So there are a lot of questions that got to be raised up this year for taxes. My tax girl did a great job. TaxBit or CryptoBit and TaxBit, I got a couple crypto tax spots in my head right now. I'm just kind of blanking on them right now, but there aren't very many, but a couple of them are really, really good, and they've been around for quite a while, and they're getting the hang of it. And they will not mess you up, at least in my belief, because I did use BitTax this year just to get all my accounts together, because over the years some of us have had 50 wallets, 40 wallets, 100 wallets, man. It's been crazy for, some people who've been here a while. And of course, you probably have a good amount as well. So that is something I definitely like to bring up as well. So just keep that in mind. If that's the case, don't worry about it. Shake it off. It is what it is. Just live and learn from it. I've been there. I'm reaching out from heart to heart and telling you, like, it is just fine, and some people need to hear that. I think, like, some people are just like this whole narrative sometimes, diamond hands, like, forever, like, man, like, that's tough. It's tough psychologically. It's tough, it's tough physically. You lose sleep. It's hard everywhere around. So awesome, guys. I think this was it for me. This was about a 20-minute video. I covered exactly what I wanted to cover. These were just some quick ideas that get you thinking about some passive income ideas, just for what you can do when the market is down and turbulent. It's like, oh, this sucks, I can't make any money. You can. They're talking to your mom, or doing some other work, and you're getting paid out doing nothing, in whatever project, or whatever currency. Let me know what you guys think just about this whole video. Anything you want me to cover more in depth, anything along those lines, I'm glad to do that. This was kind of just a rough overview, kind of piggybacking off the DeFi full tutorial, but I know some of this was new to a lot of you guys, so don't feel afraid. No dumb questions at all. Please don't ever feel like that. These are just some ideas that I have done. I've done all these ideas. I've done all these tips and tools I've listed. A lot of them have worked out great for me. I still use a lot of them today. There's a few select of them I don't do as often, but I have done all of these and do stay consistent with most of them. So, alrighty, guys, thanks so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check the Patreon for all my Patreon users. Share with friends or family. Anyone who is been thinking about this space, or is kind of just looking for a way to kind of step in lightly. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Be safe. Bye bye.